Hello, guys and girls. Welcome to 31 Days of Hell 2, episode 17. I'm going to be talking about famous Mandela effects, well-known Mandela effects. Now, for those of you that are not familiar with this term, the term Mandela effect comes from Nelson Mandela died, and there are groups of people who remember Nelson Mandela dying before he actually died. A lot of people remember watching TV and watching a broadcast of his funeral on TV. And then, of course, 20, 30 years later, it's announced that he's died. And a lot of people are confused because they swear that he died before it was announced on the news and on TV. So that is where the term the Mandela effect comes from. So I'm going to be relaying to you some well-known Mandela effects for you, for those of you that are not already familiar with the term. The first and the most well-known one is the Bernstein Bears. Now, a lot of people remember it being the Bernstein Bears or the Bernstein Bears, but it has always been the Berenstain Bears. It's never been the Bernstein Bears, never. And that's very unusual. I don't personally know of the Bernstein Bears, whatever, so I can't comment on that. The next one I can, however. So you have Rich Uncle Pennybags, who is the gentleman that you see on the front of the Monopoly game. And I remember him having a glass, what's it called? It's like a monocle, that's it. I remember him having a monocle. And I specifically remember this. I have seen the Monopoly board so many times in shops. You know, I've played it before. I always remember Uncle Pennybags having that monocle, and apparently it never exists. It never existed. He never had that the monocle, never, which I don't understand because I always remember seeing it. What do you guys think? Do you remember the guy? Do you remember Rich Uncle Pennybags with the monocle, or do you not? Leave your comments down below if you'd like. Okay, so the next one is Looney Tunes, and a lot of people remember it being spelled Looney Tunes. A lot of people remember it being Looney Tunes, as in Tunes, but it's actually always been Looney Tunes, as in, obviously, Looney, Tons. The next one, this is a very, very popular one. It is the Star Wars Mandela effect, and it is that a lot of people remember Darth Vader saying, "Luke, I am your father," but actually, and it's I think the actor who has actually spoken about this, and actually he commented on what he commented on what he actually said for that line of the movie, and I will put the answer to that on the screen right now. But it was actually, "No, I am your father," that he said instead. And this, a lot of people disagree on this one because it's such a popular film. The next one is Snow White. A lot of people remember the evil queen saying, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?" But in actual fact, she said, "Magic mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?" Now, I think this one has been debunked, and if you go and look at Shrek, if you go and watch Shrek and you watch, I think it's Lord Farquaad, he says, "Mirror, mirror." Lord Farquaad in Shrek actually said, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?" So this one, I think, is to do with Shrek, but a lot of people have got Snow White and Shrek confused. So this is why some people think that it was mirror, mirror on the wall, when in actual fact it was magic mirror on the wall. I can't comment on this one too much because I have seen Shrek a countless amount of times, but I've not watched Snow White as much. It's about King Henry VIII. So a lot of people remember King Henry VIII in a picture, and there's a famous portrait of him standing with a turkey leg in one hand. Apparently this photo never existed. Okay, so the next one is from the famous song by Queen, which is "We Are the Champions." It's often sang in football. And even I remember this. I remember it being, "We are the champions." at the end of the song, and then he says of the world, and apparently the of the world at the end has never existed in the song. That just doesn't exist. That's just never been a thing. So it's always been we are the champions, and that's it. There's not been any of the world at the end of it. And I specifically remember hearing that in that song because I used to listen to that song when I was in secondary school. So that just, I'm not buying it. I'm sorry. No, that one's not going to slide with me. So the next one is Sex and the City. Now, I always remembered it being Sex in the City, but I know that sometimes I would call it Sex and the City. Sometimes I would call it Sex in the City. I always remember it being Sex in the City. It makes more sense. But I guess Sex and the City makes sense too. But yes. Leave your comments down below for this one if you can relate. The next one is the popular air freshener, the popular spray called Febreeze. Now, I always remember it being spelled Febreeze. But apparently it's always been spelled Febreeze. Always. I find that very unusual. The next one is about the Kitkat. So the Kitkat has apparently never had a dash in between the word kit and cat. Now, I remember it not being there to begin with, but then I remember buying Kit Kats and seeing a dash in between the Kit Kat, and now people are trying to say that there's no dash in between the Kit Kat. I'm sorry, I remember this very, very specifically. I have literally, physically 8 Kit Kat bars where there has been a dash in between the word kit and cat. You can't tell me, and I don't care what anybody says, there was at one point a dash in between the kit and the cat. I don't care what anybody says. I remember seeing it, okay? The next one, I can also relate to this because my mum had a pair of Skechers when I was younger, and I always remember it being spelt Skechers as in Sketchers, but apparently the T has never been in the word Skechers. It's always been spelled Skechers with no T. This I find particularly unusual. Maybe I was getting this confused with with a sketching board and thinking of sketching boards when I'm saying the word Skechers, but I'm sorry, I just don't remember there not being a T there. The next one is from The Silence of the Lambs with Anthony Hopkins and Jodie Foster. Yeah. So Anthony Hopkins' character, Hannibal Lecter, in this film, there was a scene where Clarice comes to visit him and he's sitting in a chair in his cell or in a room, and he says to her, "Hello, Clarice." Now, I've heard that it was actually "Good morning, Clarice," and then I've heard other people say that it was "Hello, Clarice," but some people don't remember that at all. What do you guys think? The next one is about the Mona Lisa painting. Many people we know the Mona Lisa painting as a painting with a very neutral expression. The woman in the Mona Lisa painting has a neutral expression. A lot of people believe that over time, Mona Lisa's expression has changed. Okay, so the next one is Pokemon. Now, this one I don't understand because as a little girl, I had a lot of male friends, and I remember getting Pokemon cards and playing Pokemon cards, and I remember Pokemon having black at the end of his tail. But apparently, Pokemon never had black at the end of his tail, so I'm just living in a different universe, apparently. So that was the end of my video. Which one of these shocked you the most? Which one of these did you dislike the most? Which one of these do you disagree with? Let me know. And this was 31 Days of Hell 2, episode 17. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. If you're still watching up to this point, you're a legend. Make sure you go and smash the hell out of that subscribe button. Make sure you obliterate the like button. Make sure you harass the share button. Thank you very much for watching, and happy spooky season.